You've changed things. Forever.
Then why do you want to kill me?
I don't want to kill you. You complete me.
Have you ever caught the subtle pattern in The Dark Knight's opening? The plot and dialogue hint at something strange connecting the Joker and Batman, suggesting they might be more alike than we realize. This idea also ties into the transformation of Harvey Dent into Two-Face, a character I argue is an underrated key to the film's brilliance. His arc deepens the main rivalry and makes it even more compelling. This pattern is baked right into the introductions. The bank robbery for the Joker and the parking garage scene for the Batman. This pattern is baked right into the introductions, like in the bank robbery for the Joker and the parking garage scene for the Batman. Have you noticed how Batman and the Joker mirror each other in The Dark Knight? Think about it. Both have masks, and so do their followers. The Joker's crew wear identical clown masks during the bank heist, and when we first see Batman, there are masked copycats mimicking him. Why would Nolan set up this repetition? It feels unintentional, like in showing us that Batman and the Joker have evolved beyond individuals. They have become ideas, spreading across Gotham like forces of nature, or even viruses. This also suggests something deeper. Bruce is losing control of what Batman represents. His copycats don't share his no-gun rule, and that lack of control makes him partially responsible for Gotham's chaos, despite his mission to impose order and chaos.
Don't let me find you out here again.
We're trying to help you.
I don't need help.
What gives you the right? What's the difference between you and me?
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
That's exactly what defines his rival. The Joker seems fully aware of the ripple effect he causes, while Bruce struggles to grasp the unintended consequences of his crusade.
More copycats last night, Alfred, with guns. That wasn't exactly what I had in mind when I said I wanted to inspire people.
It's almost mythological, isn't it? Batman feels like a figure from a grief tragedy, someone who hasn't realized the full truth about himself or his place in the world. Which brings us to a deeper issue. Batman doesn't fully understand his relationship with the Joker. Sure, there are obvious differences. Batman generally wants to help Gotham, while the Joker is determined to watch it destroy itself. But how do we make sense of these connections Nolan carefully sets up? I think it's best understood as a balanced relationship. This isn't your typical black and white Disney-style clash between good and evil.
We are tonight's entertainment.
As we've seen, the boundaries between Batman and the Joker are blurrier than Bruce would like to admit. There's a piece of the Joker and Batman, just as there's a slice of the Batman in the Joker. So there's a balance between them. They're codependent, two opposing forces that can't fully exist without each other. These blurred lines extends beyond them to Gotham itself. Nolan repeatedly shows us the corruption within Gordon's police department and Harvey's Dent's office, emphasizing that the city's moral boundaries are just as murky. And that brings us to Harvey Two-Face.
Where's Dent? You have all these rules and you think they'll save you.
In my view, the true brilliance of The Dark Knight lies into the interplay between Batman, the Joker, and Harvey. It's through their dynamic that the film explores a fragile, complex line between order and chaos. But here's the kicker. Harvey Dent doesn't just add depth to the Joker and Batman's relationship, he mirrors it. In many ways, he is the key to solving this puzzle. To see how, let's take a closer look at Harvey. Early on, Gordon calls him.
Well, you don't have to sell me, Dent. We all know you're Gotham's white knight.
Yeah, well, I heard they have a different name for me down at MCU.
But even though Dent, like Batman, has good intentions, we quickly realize this description is overly idealistic. Just look at Harvey's two-headed coin.
I wouldn't leave something like that up to chance.
I don't. I make my own luck.
It's a gimmick, a way for him to dodge a moral accountability for his actions.
Let's do it again.
You'd leave a man's life to chance?
Not exactly.
And so, while Gordon and Batman want to believe Harvey is Gotham's savior, the film keeps hinting at the darker truth. Harvey is a potential Dark Knight too. This dramatic irony runs throughout the film. Nolan even drives it home with clever dialogue and parallels. Take Rachel for instance. Harvey and Bruce both love her, and it feels as if they are sharing her, further blurring the line between Gotham's supposed savior and its masked hero. So, what is Harvey, a White Knight or a Dark Knight? The answer is written right on his face. He's both. He's been Two-Face all along.
Dent. Jesus. I thought you was dead.
A living embodiment of Gotham's fractured morality, and through him, Nolan masterfully ties it together in the film. The razor-thin line between hero and villain.
Remember that name you all had for me when I was at Internal Affairs? Say it.
Two-Face, Harvey Two-Face.
Why should I hide who I am?
The razor-thin line between hero and villain. Chaos and order. He's both two-faced man, and by the end, he doesn't just embody the concept. He looks the part too. When consumed by revenge, the burnt side of his face is dark like Batman, while the unscarred side isn't like a White Knight at all. It's a pale, chaotic, and wild, like the Joker.
It's a funny world we live in.
Harvey Dent's become the perfect balance of the duality between the Batman and the Joker. Not good versus evil, but order versus chaos. Remember earlier when they said Batman and the Joker were spreading, becoming something larger than himself. Harvey is proof of that. He's the battleground where their influence collides and consumes.
What did you do?
I took Gotham's White Knight, and I brought him down to our level.
If Harvey Dent is the Caped Crusader.
Well, I'm sold.
It wasn't hard.
This is what the pattern from the intro build towards. What the film calls escalation isn't just happening in Gotham, it's happening inside Harvey. His transformation is an expression of the inner conflict within every human being.
Have you ever had to talk to the person you love most? Tell them it's gonna be alright when you know it's not? You brought your cops?
They don't know who or what. They're just creating a perimeter.
You think I want to escape from this? There is no escape from this.
And with Harvey, Nolan takes this idea one step further. The opposing yet interdependent forces represented by Batman and the Joker are literally etched into his face. Through Harvey, the film doesn't just tell us about Gotham's fragile balance, it shows us in a deeply tragic way. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. Like and subscribe. Goodbye.